How's it going, guys? Welcome back to MTG Ownage. You are watching some unique content, and what I'm doing in this video is just seeing how much money the 8 people that watched this video probably made. Alright, so a while back I made this video about commander cards that were trend up indefinitely. I think when I first released the video it was something else, but basically this was just me looking at the recent cards that had come out as of like Throne of Eldraine and I think Theros, and just pointing out that some cards were way too cheap and will obviously go up. And I just want to see how right I was, because that was April 14th, 2020, and things have changed since then. Let's see, this is today. Great Henge is way up. That's one card that was at like $10 here, and I was thinking, and I was saying that the Great Henge is crazy. It's going to go way up. If you want free money, then just buy a bunch, you know, because it's going to double, triple in value. And here it is. It's tripled in value since this video. So I just want to like get the little screenshots. Okay, let's see. What this is the old video, the Great Henge. What was it at? It was at $7 and I was pointing it out. And now it's at 27. So nailed that one. You got slayed, everybody who didn't watch the video. The video only got 8 views, 1 upvote, so just imagine how many of these you could have bought when I was saying, holy crap, this is insane that this is $7. You could have bought a lot. Anyway, the point is, I have some insights about these cards, because it's pretty fairly obvious that sometimes a card comes out and it's just so dang powerful, and anyone with a little magic knowledge can tell you that's ridiculously powerful, and the Great Henge was one of those cards. So that was the whole point of this video that nobody watched. Maybe it's because I had a bad thumbnail. Maybe it was a bad take. I don't know. But the point stands true. You could have made like millions of dollars in flipping magic cards if you were listening. Anyway, I'm going to move on with the Great Henge. Let's see what other card I predicted here. So I definitely talked about the Great Henge. Anything I hover over for a second, I basically talked about. Nyx Ancient. This card, it's a mana tripler. It's a flat out mana tripler. It's $12 right back then. I said that obviously that one's flying through the roof. So let's check it out. Nyx Ancient. Not the promo. What is all this promo crap? Get out of here. I just want the normal one. So many. Now he's up to $19. Alright, so he's going up close to a double. Pretty close to a double, but that was another one. So that's another just easy win. I could do this all day. I can point out cards that are way undervalued all day. And maybe sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm not. Okay, so I think another one I pointed out here, I might have skimmed over it. Trying to... Holy crap. I think Shadow Spear. Let's see. Shadow Spear was at $5. It's Shadow Spear. I don't know. I'm still on the... You know, Shadow Spear is good. Don't get me wrong. But also, what the heck is this? We just want... No, not the promo pack. Just the normal one. Why are there so many? Well, it's barely moved. It's moved up like a buck. But let's go on to the Nyx Bloom. I think the Nyx Lotus was another one I talked about. Nyx Bloom. No, Nyx Lotus. Is it Nyx Lotus? Yeah, it's Nyx Lotus. Theros Beyond Death. We're talking about the paper cards. It actually went down maybe a little bit. The Great Henge was the big obvious one. Elspeth, no. Nyx Lotus has some potential. It's actually sat about the same. I kind of thought it would go up a little more. Maybe it will eventually. It does come into play tapped. That's a big hindrance. If it didn't come into play tapped, that'd be a whole nother thing. Because you could just play it and at some point gain a bunch of mana on the same turn. But right now you need one of those keys to untap, retap, which not the greatest. So apparently I talked about this for a long time. What else? What else did I go through? The Ox. Not a big fan of the Ox. I don't know. Fabled Passage, except that they just reprinted it. Embercleave. Nyla's Intervention. Let's see how Nyla's Intervention is doing. It was at 65 cents. I said it would go up. Nyla's Intervention. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, here we go. I'm guessing it's... No, it's barely moved. This is not a bad card. You can get for any land, or you can do double damage to flyers. Pretty cool. Embercleave. So what was Embercleave at? $12? Yeah, I don't know if it went up necessarily. It's a really, really good card. in sort of a must-have card. There it is. But actually it's gone down a little since. So the big one I was definitely hit on was, I don't know, maybe I said it was, I didn't say too much in this video about it moving, so I don't recall thinking it was, you know, it's major, but it's not that major. I think this will eventually go up to 20 or 30 though. Murderous Rider, I think is probably going to sit around 10. What was he here? He was 3? Oh. Murderous Rider, what is he now? Murderous Rider is now at 250. He's barely worth anything. He's actually dropped. Yeah, I don't think he's honestly that great. I mean, he's good, but he's not like that great. Castle Lochthwain, however, this card, yes, absolutely. See, back then it was $2.91. Let's see what it's at now. And it's actually went down a little bit. This is a really good land. Okay, let me just put this as clearly as possible about this land and how significant it is for the long term. This card is going to be used and played for the rest of Magic. Every black deck from in the entire past will be revised and have this card added in. Every card in the future from now on will have this card. Every black deck, So my point is, everybody that's got any black deck anywhere is going to need one of these. It's going to go up because of that demand. Eventually it's going to go out of print. But yeah, this one is just a flat out better than a swamp, like 90% of the time, 99% of the time. And it, you know, it can draw you cards late game, and life doesn't matter that much in black decks. So yeah, it just belongs in every single black deck. There is not a black deck out there that says I don't want Castle Lochthwain. A few exceptions, but that's my whole point. I think that card's still going to go up. I'm surprised it actually went down. Bonecrusher Giant, another one that's just going to see a lot of play in every red deck ever from the past and future. Bonecrusher Giant, there it is. Let's see, back in this video he was $1.69. Now he's only $1. Holy smokes, this actually amazes me. Maybe it's just the economy, I don't know. Another big one was Return of the Wild Speaker. Let's see how it did. It was 85 cents. Now this is a card that can just net you so much draw, or it can end a game with the buff. So it seems pretty obvious that this card is a bomb for green. It has gone up. It's up to $3 now out of 85, and I think it will continue to rise. This is just another one that it's sort of like Castle Lochthwain. Every single green deck needs this. It's that kind of card. And same with Great Henge too. Yorvo's okay. I think Yorvo has actually stood the test of time pretty good. He was at 59 cents at one point. Yorvo's really strong. He's not a weak force. He's only 72 cents, but he's a beefy creature for his casting cost. And of course, Agent of Treachery, which I think I raged about profusely in this video, has obviously been banned, as it should be, because screw that card. Agent of Treachery from Core 2020. It's actually gone up still a little bit, despite being banned in this format. And here's another creature that I'm pretty sure will keep going up. Let's see, Knight of the Ebon Legion. He's only $2.75 there. I think this card will go up pretty high. He's really good. There he is. We want this the normal one. We're just looking at the normal prices. And he hasn't moved much, but I think he will. Golos, of course, got banned because he was a little broken. I think people started to realize that. He went up some. I remember when he first came out, I was like, I'm getting as many of these as I can. Why he's worth nothing? Because he was under $1 for a while, and which just seemed nuts for what he does. He is the ideal commander. What else did I talk about? Villas, maybe? Villas hasn't moved much. Let's see what he was back in April. Let's see, he was $1.68. He's still about the same. Villas hasn't moved much, but this creature is great for reanimating because he's so big and he can draw you so many cards just by losing life, which is what green or black does anyway. It loses life. So if you can get him onto the battlefield, you kind of just win. Elvish Reclaimer is just a really good one-drop that, you know, I think it's going to go up. It's only, what, $1.61 in this video? Elvish Reclaimer. What's the Reclaimer right now? $1.53. It hasn't moved much. Okay, still a cool card. What else did I talk about in here? Anything else important? I don't know. Finale of Devastation, it looks like that's still going up, of course. Nissa still going up. This dragon. Let's just skip forward to the Finale of Devastation. It was at 14 there. I don't know, it was already kind of high, but it went up more because this card is just a bomb. Let's see, I talked about Nissa. Let's see how Nissa's doing. Which Nissa? I don't know, there's so many of them. Look at all these Nissas. So many Nissas. Alright. Well, she was at about $6. She actually went down $1. But yeah, I guess that's about right, you know. I don't know what I don't remember exactly what I said about her. I don't remember thinking she'd go up super high, so around $6 seems about right. Niv Mizzet, however, was only, well, it was $5 at this time actually. But Niv Mizzet Reborn is actually quite good in the right deck. She went down a little bit. 5 colors being a little hard to play. What else did we talk about? Teferi maybe. Liliana, the 6-drop one. Where is she? Looking for War of the Spark. Jeez, there's a lot of Liliana. Look at all these Lilianas. Liliana's Triumph. Dreadhorde General. There she is. Okay, so she's at 17. She's stayed about the same. The big movers were the Great Henge. Everything else kind of stayed the same. A couple other ones went up a decent amount. Fabled Passage, I don't feel the same about now that it's in 2 sets back to back. It's probably going to kill its price a little bit. Yeah, it's only $9 here. So, I don't know. I was kind of mixed about some. The Great Henge was the real obvious one, and the Nyx Bloom Ancient. Those were the first 2 I pointed out. So, I don't know. Did I win? Did I win? If you bought some certain amount of all those cards divided up evenly, would you be at a profit or loss? I think you'd be at a profit because the Great Henge went up so much and Nyx Bloom Ancient went up so much that the ones that went down a little bit would have been enough to offset. And I think you would have been at a capital gain if you watched this and listened to me. And maybe you still will be, because some of these cards might still trend up indefinitely. But yeah, well, that's just me analyzing my old video and seeing if I was right. Looks like I was maybe slightly more than half right, somewhere around there. Anyway, there's still a lot of time from the trend up. It's only been a few months since that video. So thanks for tuning in to another video on MTG Ownage. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.